Hey guys, what is up? This is Patrick, aka Zippy Patrick, and I'm going to be counting down my top 30 films of the year. I did this last year and I put, I think, 15 films in there. So, I doubled it up this year really because I think I saw a lot more films that I would consider good. Um, I would say there's kind of like a negative rap going around this year that it's been a pretty bad year for films, but I wouldn't say that. I think there's a lot that I enjoyed, and there's a lot on, my list that I enjoyed, and there's a lot that I missed out that haven't even made the top 30 that I enjoyed. So I think that kind of goes to show that it's been a pretty good year. Also, I've been studying in Japan from September till just a couple of weeks ago in December. So there's a few releases that I didn't get a chance to see, unfortunately. So try not to get on my case for that. Also, some of the big films this year aren't yet out in the UK or haven't had a wide release, so that's why they're not going to be in the list. And also, some of the ones that were out in 2010 in the States were 2011 in the UK, so that's why they're on here. If you want to bitch it out in the comments, feel free. If you want to attack me personally, feel free. I'm not too bothered, but I hope you guys find my list kind of interesting anyway. So, sweet, let's get it going. So let's kick it off at number 30. It is Thor, which is, I think, the second best superhero movie of the year. I didn't really know much about the superhero before I saw it. I hadn't read the comic book or anything, but I enjoyed it. It's basically a guy who's been exiled to Earth. And by guy, I mean God, that's pretty similar. But I enjoyed it a lot more than Captain America for sure. I thought it was visually really cool, well acted, and a pretty interesting film. I'd recommend it. In at number 29 is Life in a Day. I thought this was pretty cool because you can actually now watch it on YouTube. It's a film that's based around YouTube and just all the different uploads people put up and what they mean to different people all around the world and just interesting stuff. It was pretty cool. It tells the story of one day through the eyes of many, basically. Does get a little bit slow at times. It might put some people off, but it's a nice idea and it's pretty well executed. I'd say it's worth a look. So the next three films are kind of interesting because I saw them all on my flight over to Japan when I went to study there. But also they're all kind of in the same essence, and I guess they could be classified as psychological thrillers. Up at 28 then is Source Code. The main actor is Jake Gyllenhaal, and his character is stuck in a train crash, and he basically has to keep reliving it to find out why it crashed and who crashed it and what the sort of big conspiracy is behind it. I thought it was a cool idea and it was interesting, but there's a few things about the execution I wasn't too keen on, but it's still a pretty neat film and a cool idea. In at number 27 is The Adjustment Bureau, starring Matt Damon. It's about a mysterious organization who pretty much makes sure that people stick to their pre-written destiny in life, I guess you could say. I thought the acting was really good. It was intense, cool, and a pretty fun watch. It's a solid action film, I'd say. It didn't really have any lasting effect on me, but I don't think it has to. So there you go. And the last of these three films is Limitless, starring Bradley Cooper. You might be surprised that this is my favorite of the three films, but I genuinely enjoyed it and thought that Bradley Cooper was really good in a more serious role. It's a pretty cool story about how a drug can tap into your brain's full potential, basically, and make you super smart. It's got some really cool twists in it, and I'd recommend it for sure. In at number 25 is Another Earth, which I saw on the flight back from Japan. I hadn't actually heard of it before then. It's got a really cool idea, and the name of the movie actually kind of suggests that it's about a girl who kills someone while drink driving by accident. And she sees her chance at redemption, I guess, on this mysterious planet that they've just discovered, which they kind of label as Earth 2. They label it this because there's intelligent life there, and it basically is another version of Earth. I don't think the film hits on the emotional levels it tried to, but it's still a good watch, and it's interesting. Number 24 is Attack the Block. I'm a huge fan of Joe Cornish, who is the director and writer, mainly because I love the podcast he used to do. This film's a comedy, and it tells the story of a bunch of kids from London on a council estate when aliens invade, basically, and it shows how they go about beating them up and smashing them in a very comedic style. I thought it was a pretty good laugh. I don't think it's for everyone, but certainly Americans who have an infatuation with Englishness and everything England, you'll probably get a laugh out of it, so go for it. Number 23 is Bridesmaids, touted as the female alternative to The Hangover. It's a pretty raucous comedy about some wild chicks when one of them's going to get married. In many respects, it's better than The Hangover, I thought. It's got a lot of hard laughs, and it's very good fun. What more needs to be said? It's a comedy. Just go see it. In at number 22 is Troll Hunter. It is filmed in the Blair Witch style and is set in Norway. It follows a documentary team who are looking at a guy who's an expert at finding and killing these mythical trolls. It's a pretty weird concept, but they pulled it off. The special effects are really sweet, and the ending is insane. I think this is the sort of film that's going to get a cult following over the next few years, so get in there while it's fresh. 21 is Everything Must Go. Now, I'm not a big Will Ferrell fan, but he plays a more serious role here, and I thought he actually did really well with it. It was pretty emotional stuff. Surprisingly, a gripping comedy/drama, and I think it's worth a second look. I was very tempted to just pass on it completely just because it had Will Ferrell, but I decided to give it a shot, and I liked it. That's going to be the final film for this video, so stay tuned for the next one.